Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Simple Easy Marketing Podcast. I'm Tim Gillette, your host, where we talk about simple, easy ideas for you to reach your clients. Because you got to make it simple and easy for your clients to reach you. And that's what the Simple Easy Marketing Podcast is all about. I'm Tim Gillette, the host. All right. Be sure to go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube. YouTube.com/Tim Gillette will get you to our YouTube channel, as well as timgillette.com/Apple, take you over to our Apple podcast where you can subscribe there as well. We are hosted every day here on our podcast as well as on our live stream show. And our partners are Simple Easy Marketing. You can find out about our events. We do monthly events on Simple Easy online marketing tips. SimpleEasyEvents.com, where even you, all right, can go and check out. We always are looking for new speakers and people training in the arts of marketing online. So, welcome to the Simple Easy Marketing Podcast. It is episode number 15. That's right, 15. Yeah, 15. So, I wanted to think about this today. I want you to imagine, all right, someone saying to you, why start something new? Why create another podcast? There's already a marketing podcast. You don't need to create another marketing podcast. There's tons of them. There's already a YouTube. You don't have to create a YouTube out there. There's already a bunch of blogs. Why create another blog? There's a bunch of live stream shows. Why create something new? Back in 1972, some people said that very same thing. There's already a ton of this show out there. Why would you want to create another show? And in 1972, they created the show and they weren't quite that confident in the show they were creating. So they named it The New and Improved. You know the show I'm talking about, the longest running game show on TV. And that is The Price is Right. In 1972, on this day, 1972, The Price is Right aired for the first time, and it was a remake of a show that they had done earlier, but they decided to remake it, and they decided to call it The New and Improved The Price is Right. You see, after a year's time, the show became so good on its own that they dropped The New and just called it The Price is Right, which is what we know it as today. It is still a long-running game show. So if they're the longest-running game show and they're the best, why create other game shows? It seems to me like, that's the same logic I have on people creating a blog. Why create a blog? There's already a blog on marketing. Well, why create another game show? There's already The Price is Right. You can create it, all right? And I'm going to tell you the truth. The longest-running podcast, the longest running live stream show, and the longest running blog. I'll bet you anything that the person who's going to do the longest one isn't even born yet. Why? Because there's people out there who are going to find opportunities. They're going to go start it no matter what. You could start one today that could one day become the longest running podcast. You could start one that could become the longest running live stream show. You could create the longest running blog. It's still possible. You just have to believe, all right, that you have a message worth putting out there. You got to believe that your show is something that people are going to watch. And there's going to be other people who create shows just like yours. And you can get all upset about it, all worried about it, or you can just move on doing what you think is right. And adapting it and adjusting it and fitting your audience and keeping your audience tuned in so that they will actually learn to love your show. And you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it, doing it. Before you know it, you're the longest running one. And as I said, 1972. That's a long way. 1972, I was 6 years old when that thing came out. I'll be 54 this month. 54. I was 6 when it came out. And it's still, till this day, is the longest running show. For a long time, I had the longest running hosts onto it as well. And other game shows have been created. Other game shows have been watched. Other game shows have had hosts that have probably stayed longer. Other game shows have had all kinds of things that have kept coming and going. And they still create new ones. And I've actually liked some of the game shows over the years. And I think if we started to name them, some of us would be really excited about those game shows. But let's face it, The Price is Right. What is the keys they had to make it work? Think about it. When they created it, there wasn't even a way to research to find out what those prices were. You had to kind of go through the grocery store. You couldn't just Google them. Think about that. Because there's another company that started on this very day in 1998 that made it possible for us to find out who they are. And that's Google. They started it in 1998 when it was already all there. And look at them today. So what are you going to start? You're going to start a blog? You're going to start a podcast? You're going to start a show? You're going to start a live stream show? What's your live stream show going to be about? What's your podcast going to be about? What's your blog going to be about? Because if you create it and it's in your voice, then you know what? It's different than when everything else is out there. And until you create it, it's not going to happen. I'm Tim Gillette, the Simple Easy Marketing Podcast. Make it simple, make it easy for your clients to find you. The better you and simpler and easier you make the process for them to find you, find out more about you, the quicker your sales process is going to go. I'm Tim Gillette. I'll catch you tomorrow with another Simple Easy Marketing Podcast. Bye now.